Hi everyone. Let's begin today's session with some guitar. So, what's the topic of today? The topic is I'd like to just share some thoughts on health and fitness and how amazing the human body is. Some interesting things, the thoughts that I have that I'd like to just share. So, the first thing is fatigue kills metals but not humans. So, what I mean here is we are, of course, living beings, and if you take a metal, which is a non living thing, and you start bending it, after a few cycles, it will fail due to fatigue. But that's not the case with humans. If you exercise, say we do some exercise, push ups or pull ups, of course, there is fatigue happening in the muscles. We have tissue damage on the micro scale, and then if you continue indefinitely, of course you will have permanent damages also, but you can't do it. So you stop, then you have food, water, you would eat protein and go to bed. Tomorrow morning you would recover. So in the sleep your body will grow and recover, your endurance limit would have increased, so tomorrow you can do more. That's an amazing thing about human body, and that is the reason we have athletes who achieve great feats. The second thing is food. Food is important because um, food is one that makes us recover. It is a blessing. Just imagine a small piece of burger. It may be a bad food because high in calorie, but it's very important for, say, a malnourished person. A burger gives a lot of calories for him to survive. It's life saving that for that person. But of course, these days we see calories from a negative perspective. But just imagine how efficient food is and how efficient human body is to digest that food and release energy. Just eat a small piece of butter and maybe you can walk miles together when you have to survive. So that's an interesting thought. So respect food, of course, eat good food in the right quantity. Have a tab on how much calorie you eat, of course, do all that, but value food. And then food, water, and clothing. This has enabled us to survive through any harsh weather. We are warm blooded animals, and so that enables us to maintain our body temperature and we can survive through very difficult situations, weather conditions especially. And cold blooded amphibians, for example, the frogs, they are not able to do that because they can only survive in a range of temperature. They'll equalize their temperature, body temperature, to the surroundings, and they can't survive beyond a certain range, they just die. But this is our superpower, so that makes us survive through anything. We have also been to the moon, so that is an interesting fact. The next one is so the next 3 points that I'll convey is related to motivation. So it's common that we feel that, oh, I'm not in mood today to exercise, but actually the contrary is true. So if you exercise, you get happiness, you feel good, because when you exercise endorphins are released and that makes you feel good. So every morning, first thing, you just exercise, and that sets your day on a happy note. So you have a small win for yourself for that day. And no matter how your day goes by, you will always end up successful that day. So that's what is the power of exercising in the morning. The next thing is recent research has told us that neuroplasticity is stimulated by exercise. And neuroplasticity is about the brain's ability to adapt to changes, grow, learn new skills, etc. And exercise is an excellent way to stimulate neuroplasticity. It's not that you always do problem solving or mathematics to improve the brain's ability, but you can just exercise to grow your brain. The next thing is knowing your limits. It's exciting to actually explore your own limits. It's like, you own a car, for example, for a long time, and you would have experienced breakdowns, some failures, some part replacements in the car. So you know your car very well by the time you own it for, say, 15 years or so. Same way, when we live for, say, 60, 80, 100 years, we should know about our own body better and better. What is my own limit? So, how many push ups can I do? Or how long can I walk indefinitely? How much heat can I take from the sun? How long can I go out in the sun? All these are like limits of your own body. And I'm not saying you should strain yourself, but from a positive perspective, try to explore your own body. Try to push your limits and say, okay, now I can do this more. Or try to improve some of these limits that you have on yourself. So that's one point I'd like to make. And the other one, the last one that I'd like to share is if you don't like to exercise as such. So I personally would exercise for the sake of exercising. I would enjoy doing it. I would just go on doing push ups and pull ups. I like to sweat. I like to have that fatigue. That fatigue makes you feel good. So that's for me. But not everyone would like it. And so there is a solution to that. Solution is that pick an activity that you like to do. Say badminton, cricket, football, swimming, or trekking, or anything. So the side effect of taking up that activity is that you become fit. So that should be your choice. So that's an easy way to keep yourself motivated. So you're not focusing on fitness at all. You just focus on playing. So that gives automatically you become fit. So that's an excellent way to maintain fitness. So these are some thoughts for today. Thank you. Let me know in your comments if you have more thoughts on exercising. Feel free to comment. Thank you.